Alexander Marsh was an 18-year-old heir to a powerful business empire. Born into a life of privilege and luxury, he wanted for nothing material, but often overlooked the wisdom that was quietly offered by those around him. Alex had always been surrounded by servants catering to his every whim, well-meaning teachers trying to guide him, and his own parents, preoccupied with maintaining the family legacy. His arrogance knew no bounds as he equated wealth with superiority. The family estate was a sprawling palace, replete with every luxury imaginable, and Alex had never ventured into the humble parts of the city unless he was chauffeured through in a limousine with tainted windows. To him, everything outside his gilded bubble was irrelevant, and anyone not wearing designer labels was insignificant. That was until one fateful summer evening. Alex was insouciantly speeding in his brand-new sports car, having just left an exclusive party, when he took a wrong turn and his sleek vehicle stalled somewhere far from the opulent avenues he knew. Cutting-edge technology was no help. The car simply refused to start. Infuriated, he pulled out his smartphone but realized with dread that there was no signal. Stranded, he stepped out and looked around to find himself in an unfamiliar neighborhood that seemed entirely shut off from his world. It was late, and he knew it would not be easy to find help. Out of the shadows emerged an older man, his face rough with years and eyes wise from experience. "Need some help, lad?" the man asked, his voice warm and inviting despite Alex's dismissive expression. The man introduced himself as James, and he seemed to know his way around cars despite his weathered appearance. Though reluctant, Alex agreed to let James take a look under the hood. As James worked, he narrated stories of his younger years, sharing the lessons he learned in the military, the importance of perseverance, and how knowledge ultimately paved his way to a life he could be proud of. Despite himself, Alex listened, drawn in by the man's tales and gradually dropping his defensive arrogance. Within an hour, the car was humming again, revived by James's deft hands. Alex felt a confusing mix of emotions. The humiliation of being helped by a stranger was overwhelming, but so was an unfamiliar kind of admiration. "Thank you," Alex mumbled awkwardly, his usual confident demeanor missing. James waved it off with a smile. "Not everyone who knows something wears a suit, kid. Remember that." He handed Alex a small booklet filled with stories and lessons that he insisted Alex take back. Driving back to his estate under the starlit sky, Alex opened the booklet while remembering the wisdom James imparted. Each page was a revelation, stories that lent perspective and underlined the lesson Alex learned that night. From that night onwards, Alex's approach to life changed dramatically. He became more attentive in his studies, more appreciative of those around him, and much more humble. The incident that occurred on that dusty street had endowed Alex with a new kind of wealth, one that couldn't be measured in monetary terms, but in intellectual and emotional riches.